Hello, everybody. I'm happy to see you guys today. We have, of course, today is Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. I know most people probably had something on the weekend. We have a big deal here with the kids for Halloween. I'm actually about to take my son out. We have a big thing. It's like hundreds and hundreds of kids and grown-ups are all dressed up. So I'm going to be a flapper. That gives me an excuse to wear a long fur because it's pretty chilly. So I'm going to have a net. I'm going to even show you guys. I'm going to have a net. So I'm going to head out like this. But I'm not doing really any special preps because I just want my son to have fun. I really think that at this moment, I just want him to have fun. I think he will enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of walking in a pretty chilly weather. Hey, Badruddin. Hey, Bill. Nice to see you guys. So, yes, I have not too much time today because I got a busier and, he wants to have some fun. So, today, actually, guys, topic might not be as cheerful the topics that I have today, but I just have to address it. And first of all, I want to say that our meeting was great. We had some of my subscribers coming out here in Lansing. It was wonderful. Overall, it was wonderful, especially knowing that I had some out of state guys. I'm gonna post some of the pictures. Some of them are too crazy. We're going to keep them for VIP club. We just had fun. And yeah, I definitely appreciate guys who came, who came from different states and found time, to meet up in a real life, which was pretty awesome. So I'm going to talk about this in my videos later on. It's really interesting. We live in a world where meeting somebody in real life is like a big treat, where it used to be that was the only way you meet somebody is in person, right? But time had obviously changed. So, but today, guys, I have actually a topic, and I call it 3D. It's delusion, being delusional, being disrespectful, and being in despair. And I'll try to cover them as fast as I can. So first of all, I want to start with being delusional. Sometimes we put ourselves some standards that we can never reach, and we reach out to people that are not interested in us at all. And we're trying to, they kind of giving us an idea that, look, I'm not interested, whether it's man or woman, but they kind of giving us. Sorry guys, I'm cold, so I'm gonna be wearing my furs. So they kind of giving us an idea that, hey, I am either not available, or I'm not interested, or I am busy. People giving us, actually, they're giving us a favor. They do give us an idea that they do not, for this or other reason, they not interested. But what we are doing, or what some of you guys doing, you keep pursuing this person and drive you crazy. So as much as I say, guys, that in our culture you do pursue a woman, you do things, sometimes when the woman say no, she just kind of checking you out and trying out. But there is something different when you reaching out and she denies you. She just doesn't want to be with you. There might be many reasons, and they actually do not matter. Thank you guys for the hearts. There might be many reasons, but they might not matter. It doesn't matter why the person doesn't want to be with you. But when the woman gives you a clear idea that she is not interested, you have to understand that. If you just being sometimes blinded, it's kind of as if you talk, as if you give in a public speech and you see that people just totally ignoring you. They're not listening. They are just like on their phones, or they're looking in the windows, they're sleeping. You probably should change something, you know. And so if the woman does not respond you at all, if she already clear giving you those messages, please understand. And it's very annoying, because the woman sometimes feel that, you know, she doesn't want to hurt your feelings, but she is so tired of this all. She is getting so frustrated sometimes that she just hoping that something happens that you just leave her alone. She also doesn't owe you explaining why. Maybe she's interested in somebody else. Maybe she's already in a relationship. Maybe you're just not her taste. Maybe you're nowhere near what she likes. She doesn't need to explain you. It's her own business. But if she clearly told you, I'm not interested, please respect it. And if you keep doing this, if you keep reaching out to women who are delusional, then excuse me, are you delusional?
Hi guys.
Are you delusional, Ruslan?
Mom,
Come
I
here.
just wanted to say hi.
Come on, say
I
hi.
can't even say hi anymore in this
Hey.
society anymore.
No, you can't, buddy.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm just Sean and my famous mom.
Yeah, I'm taking this little guy to a fun Halloween walk. I'll try to film some of it, but it's gonna be pretty dark. We're gonna see like hundreds and hundreds of kids and grown-ups dress up. Are you delusional, buddy?
No.
You know anybody who's delusional? But don't say any names.
Yes, I know a ton of people who are delusional.
Okay, buddy. Okay, hi. People saying hi to you, buddy.
I know. One specific
Look at
person.
look at his shirt. Well, we still have to put your costume on, so okay, you can take just I knew he would. Okay, buddy, be careful, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and I'll help you to put your costume on in a few. So, okay, guys, so sorry, but real life happens. You know, mom work is 24/7. So, yeah. Another thing is being delusional is that when you keep so-called falling in love with people who are completely out of your reach, and you totally know this, you totally understand that these people are out of your reach, but you're just telling yourself that maybe. And you know, the only thing you do is you're stealing time from yourself, because when you are using the same strategy and in years and years nothing happens, maybe you're going for the, you know, for the wrong people, for the wrong reasons, and people completely out of touch. Like, for example, if I want to say, okay, I really want to date Brad Pitt. Unless I date him, you know, my life is over. It tells you one of two things, you know, either you or me or whoever is crazy, or you just don't want to take responsibility and do some real change in your life and actually give yourself a chance to meet somebody. Because when you create those delusional characters who either unavailable emotionally, physically, I don't know, married, or I don't know, like movie stars or something like that, when you say yourself those things, you just avoiding responsibility. You don't want to change anything in your life, or you're just not serious, and you just basically you just, you know, fooling around. You aren't serious. But one day you're gonna wake up and think, man, why didn't I actually go for something I wanted? Why didn't I change my life? Why didn't I work on myself so I can, maybe I wouldn't be able to reach for the stars in that point of view, but at least I would be able to be close to somebody that I really want. But instead you chasing the something that completely unavailable, and this is total delusion, and it will always keep you brokenhearted and unfulfilled and just in a bad state. And there are reasons why I'm making these videos. like this video today. I just have to talk about this. Hello, Frederick Olson. That's interesting. Hi from Sweden. Keep up the good works. Thank you, Frederick. I appreciate that. So that was on the delusional part. I hope you guys understand what I mean. Another part that connects right with the delusion is the desperation. We have a 3D life today. So desperation is one of the worst things that we can we can express with our behavior, the way we communicate, the way we approach people. I don't care how what positive things you have, but if you're desperate, that's like the worst thing that can possibly be in communication, because nobody wants to be around desperate person. We all of us, maybe at some point in life when we were heartbroken, we had that moment of desperation. We maybe had that moment where we wanted to do absolutely anything for that person to stay with us. We all learned, hopefully, from those completely heartbroken experiences. Maybe someone misled us, maybe someone lied to us, maybe someone promised something that they never meant to happen in the real life. Maybe someone just left and say goodbye. And at that moment, we felt total despair, and we were ready to, I don't know, just do anything, absolutely anything to return that person. But after that emotional moment, you go back to your normal state, and you just have to choose to move on. Because pain is something that happens to us. It just happens to us. But suffer, it's something that we consciously choose to stay in that state of pain. Nobody holds us there. We're doing it ourselves. And the thing about desperation is, all human. We are all human, but we can only have it for a short minute, when we feel powerless over something. But once it's over, once that moment is over, we have to keep ourselves in check, and just do what we have to do. Maybe you need to see a professional, maybe you need somebody to help you. Maybe you need to, I don't know, sign for some therapy or classes or whatever, but it is your choice. And as long as you translating the emotion of despair, and you behave yourself like a desperate person, all your strong qualities are going to be overlooked. Whether you are, regardless whatever qualities you have, and how professional you are, and how good looking you are, and what a wonderful person you are, once somebody feels a desperation in you, it's just going to kill the relationship, because you're going to be jealous, you're going to be controlling, you're going to be agreeing for relationships that doesn't worth your time, doesn't worth a second of your time. And it's funny, because you're going to be longing for people that are nowhere near where you should, the person you should be with, but you will think that that will be a big honor, and you will basically just be a doormat. I think that describes it. And nobody wants to be a doormat, and nobody can love a doormat. It's impossible. It's impossible to love a person who doesn't love themselves. It's very, very hard. And, we have fairy tales and stories about Cinderella. And it's interesting, I believed in that story till I grew up, because if you let other people do these things to you, you form to a person that very few princes, out there are gonna come and discover the diamond in the rough. That's the reality. So yeah, you have to get rid of that thing and just pay some attention. And also, guys, despair is you keep chasing the woman that does not want you, or you keep chasing the man that does not want you. Sometimes you just have to accept it and say, hey, maybe it's a good thing he or she doesn't want me, because maybe they aren't that great for me. Maybe I'm mistaken. And usually it's true, because we fall in love with some idea of a person, and usually we have no idea who they really are. Or maybe there is something wrong with us, maybe just nobody wants to be with us because we have a major problem, and unless we fix it, we're gonna stay in this state. If you've been in this situation where for years you're facing the same problem, you need to do some major change in life. Major change in your life. I am right now thinking about those things that kind of keeping me unsatisfied, and I just know exactly that they are in no one's but my hands. So it's kind of fun actually to rebuilding your life and see what you can create out of it. But what I'm talking today is based on some experiences have been happening lately, and I just want to say this message to the guys. Be the man, but don't be the desperate person. Find your strengths and stick with it, and show the appreciation and attention to the woman who appreciates that, who wants to be with you, who responds to your messages, who gives you the smile, who wants to know about you. Don't annoy the woman who doesn't want to do anything, you got me, doesn't want to do just doesn't want to be around you. I'll put it like that. And another thing, guys, is that you don't have to sleep with every woman that you meet. Some women are nice to you because they are friendly. And when you make this mistake and you take their friendliness as a desire, you consider them as another partner, or either, romantic partner, sexual partner, you're making a mistake, because you're going to kill that friendship. She want to be disgusted with that, because she already told you that she only wants to be a friend with you, that she's just being polite and hospitable. So if you are ignoring that, she's going to get frustrated and she's going to cut all the communication with you whatsoever. So we don't have to go all the way, like you say here in US, with people that we meet. Some people were meant to be friends, acquaintances, partners, business partners, or just people we admire. We don't have to try out of every person we meet, try to do something, make something personal out of it. Especially when they were so kind and give us some of their time to just spend it with us. And we now want them to be, to be in a relationship with us. It's just ridiculous. And I just want to say, guys, we meet people to learn from them. It doesn't always mean they were meant to, we were meant to see them for some personal relationship experience. So that's all on this one. Okay, last one. I'll try to say this one as fast as I can. So this last one. Hey everybody, I see you guys all here. Thank you. Nice to see you guys. So the last one is disrespect. And I posed this comment yesterday. Okay, I posed this comment yesterday about the compliments and things like that. So when you're making a lady a compliment, make sure that that compliment is appropriate and respectful. Do you even realize how the woman feel when, you telling her, some things that are very vulgar and inappropriate? There is one thing when you know this person for a while, you've been together and you're just playing together, like in your own home, in your own bedroom. That's totally different. But when you're out on people, or you're just out with her on a date, you barely know her, and you're making, those so-called compliments, think twice before you do that. Could you repeat that compliment? Or how would you feel if somebody would say that to your mom, to your sister, and especially to your daughter? How would you feel? Somebody recently made me, quote unquote, a compliment that really put me to rage. It wasn't even a compliment. It was worse. It was a most horrifying thing I could ever hear from a man. I'm not gonna go into details because I don't wanna put any, I don't wanna make a big deal out of it, but it was very unpleasant. And at the same time, this person tells me that they admire me and respect me, and the only reason they say it is because of that. And I asked that person, really? Would you say this to your daughter if you would have one? And I heard silence. Because obviously he wouldn't say it to his daughter, or if somebody would say that, or to his sister. We need to pay more respect to people and be kind of grew up a little bit. It really helps because we were supposed to get wiser with age, not the other way around. And it's just very disappointing to see that, and it's very hard to keep your respect to somebody who tells you stuff like that, who makes you offers or trying to buy you or trying to when the woman tells you no, and it's a quality woman, when you trying to kind of compliment her and do things that she doesn't ask you for, and tell you that you are admiring her, you're just out of touch with the reality, and you're extremely disrespectful. You're gonna lose that person once and forever. There is a certain kind of women, and you know exactly where to find them, that be more than happy to take your money, your gifts, and do everything you want, and it's all clear. You can figure it all out, and both parties, will get what they want. But there are women that will never go for things like that, and you perfectly know that. So, but by offering them things, trying to buy them with whatever material things you can offer, or telling them inappropriate compliments and jokes, you just make fun of your own self, and you show who you really are. It's on you. It has nothing to do with a woman. You're just being an inappropriate person. It's a good way of saying it, because my son is close. He doesn't hear me, but I don't want to say any curse words. Also, it would be, it would match the content today. So guys, that's just my point today, that sometimes you gotta think twice, and this whole series things, they are all so close together. I had a chatter in my head today, and I felt like these three things, delusion, disrespect, and despair. This is those three forces sometimes rule the guy. I'm talking about men today mostly. It can be similar with women, but I do talk about men mostly. They can just move you in a wrong direction, in a very wrong direction. You can even lose the friends you have, the persons that were, thought way more of you than that. So, yeah, sometimes it's a good time for some reality check. See if things that you've been going for, they never worked out. Maybe you just been totally delusional and taking what you desire as a reality, where in reality you can never get this, and you already know this. So either you're gonna live like this, or you have to change something. And we talked about desperation, that regardless what you have to offer, if you're desperate, if you're clingy, I think it's something, when you're leaning on people and just being on their way, they're gonna turn away from you because they want to be with somebody who has confidence. And of course, the third one is the disrespect. When you tell the woman you admire her, make sure that things you say and things, the way you behave yourself, you have respect for her, and it's obvious and it's there. Every beautiful woman in life, or even, almost any woman, I think, goes through all this for years and years. So it's quite amazing. You think that it's over when you are like in your teens or early 20s, and it just goes on. So make the life of a woman who is next to you, whether she's just an acquaintance, co-worker, your colleague or your family, make it easy, make it stress-free, and always show respect. Show respect to the woman next to you, like you would like other men to show respect to your mom, to your sister, or to your daughter. So guys, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you very soon.